Welcome back to Leadership Unleashed with me, Daphne Walbridge. So today we're tackling a topic every leader will face at some point, and that's spotting the red flags of conflict within your staff. Now, these are the warning signs I wish I had learned to recognize earlier in my leadership journey, because addressing them early can mean the difference between a fractured team and a thriving one. So whether you're deep in the mid-career challenges or you're simply navigating the daily dynamics of school leadership, this episode is packed with practical insights you won't want to miss. So let's dive in. Hi there. So today I want to talk about a topic that is very important in leadership, and that is detecting the red flags when something is off with your staff culture. So in other words, when you're noticing that some of your staff members are in conflict, and what should you do as a principal, as a school leader, to help calm things down and to intervene appropriately? So today's post is really about this, right? It's about your responsibility as a school leader to make sure that the climate in your school is healthy and positive and collaborative. Now, you'll know when this happens because either a staff member will come and see you in your office and they're going to say, listen, I'm having a conflict with so-and-so. I feel there's tension. She's not looking at me, or, it's just not working out. And as a leader, this is a red flag, right? It's not something that you have to say, well, okay, you guys are adults, you guys can work it out, and I'm washing my hands of this. So there are different steps to take. The first step is, of course, to make sure that you ask the individual, well, have you spoken to your colleague, right? Have you addressed this directly with your colleague to put the cards on the table? And from there, you'll see what the person, answers. And if they're having a hard time doing this, then it's your job as a school leader to create the conditions for the two parties to come together and talk. The reason this is so important is because when you're not allowing your staff members to have a place and time to talk, emotions will fester. It's going to permeate within the school. Students will feel it. Staff will definitely feel it. And people's health will be jeopardized as well, because these bottled up feelings and emotions are just going to surface with aggression, with physical ailments, and it's just not a good scene. Okay, so you have to be proactive and from the start, try to nip it in the bud. So you ask the people to meet and to try to hash it out by themselves. Usually this works and you can turn the page. However, sometimes it doesn't. So what do? Well, as a leader, you create the conditions to have people come to your office or a neutral place so they can talk and put the cards on the table in a non-threatening environment. So sometimes, first of all, the people have to be willing to do this. And the best way to convince people to come together to talk is to say, listen, this is for the benefit of everyone. I'm sure you're not feeling well right now. I'm sure you're having, butterflies in your stomach, or you're tightening in the chest. And this is going to allow you to release all of that in a safe environment. I'll be there. We're going to talk about it and see if we can create a better work plan together. So hopefully that works. You meet, people come together, and it could be done several ways. I mean, you can have a representative for each member come, but then it becomes a little bit more formal. Ideally, you would want to be there as the mediator or as the host of the meeting, and then the two employees there, and together you kind of talk it out. You talk it through. I would also recommend talking to a specialist in HR to get some guidelines as to how to run this type of meeting. They have notes on this. They have people who have experience doing this. They might recommend, being there. It depends on the culture of your district, but making sure that you create the space and the time for people to talk openly in a safe environment is so, so important. Also, make sure to document. As the principal, you have to document as soon as you see there's tensions and there's potential conflict, you have to document everything. Because if things do blow up, you're going to have to produce this documentation to someone from HR so they can move forward with the case. Very important. Okay. So as soon as you see anything, and sometimes people won't come to you, but you might see, wow, this person is taking a lot of sick days, or I'm noticing or I'm feeling a tension between these two people, or I'm seeing, people talk, at the water cooler, and there seems to be these little meetings or these little gang ups or whatever. Like, you can feel, if you're a present leader, you're going to see and feel these things within your staff. So it's important to reach out, to try to be proactive, and to create the conditions for people to talk openly in a safe environment. Because if not, this will fester and it can become very, very toxic, and it'll just, become more amplified. So you want to protect that culture. You want to protect everyone's well-being. And if you need help, you can also talk to your superintendent who is supervising the school. Like I said, somebody from HR. You are not alone, but be aware that this is part of your responsibility as a school leader to make sure that your staff feels well, feels supported, and is not working in a hostile work environment. Okay? So I hope this helps. If you need more support with this, please reach out. I do offer private coaching, and I do support principals with this type of situation and other types of situation as well. So you can reach out via Instagram. My handle is first_year_principal. You can send me a DM, or you can find me on my website, daphnewallbridge.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.